The year is 1980. Mexico has been consistently increasing its magnitude and star power over the last 2 decades with some Hall of Fame legends. Still, in just 5 years of professional boxing, a 21-year-old named Salvador Sanchez is ready to leave his mark on the world for good by challenging for the WBC and ring featherweight titles.
When a champion is as physically talented as this man is, his main opponent is himself.
This heavy-handed monster was the closest thing to what many regarded as a prime Mike Tyson before Mike had even turned professional.
Well, as you look at both corners, you can see just in the facial expression of the two of them, which man is out in front to fight.
With his use of low-angle punches, bouncy feet with an unbreakable balance, and skull-crushing power, Sanchez was a monster in the ring, to whom few would offer a title shot. But now comes along a man who outgunned almost anyone in the featherweight division with pure power alone, Little Red Danny Lopez.
Hey, it's all over!
A vibrant champion with a point to prove about heritage and individualism, with a right hand that could end careers, cheers, and any of his peers in the blink of an eye. Let's get into it. When looking at Sanchez's personality, skill set, and overall aura, it's easy to see why he was destined for stardom. With a recognizable look, unmatched energy in the ring, and surprising humbleness that took most who only gave him a passing gaze quite the shock, Salvador Sanchez was undeniably made for his art.
5 minutes ago, this guy was a raging tornado, crazed dog who had just beaten the crap out of this kid. And now he's got his arm around him and telling him how he loved his father. His father was crying.
Despite an early loss and draw in his career, Salvador Sanchez continued to gain steam in his home country, and words from across the border and all ponds that watched boxing began to take notice of this phenom.
In a fight with Sanchez, I think this fight could very well go a few rounds, maybe a couple of rounds, because in boxing I consider him a technician. He'll hurt his opponent, then he'll take him out. What I like about Sanchez is his concentration, his eye contact. He keeps his eye on his opponent, watches him very, very carefully.
And still looking for the right punch, and there it is.
A loss can deter your career. Some people have to return to square one, but Salvador had a secret key that broke him out of the institutionalized jail, set by boxing fans and promotions alike. Salvador purposely fought to the level of his opponents, like a master of a game trying to hit a no-run. The Eagle was not above having fun, and as he was so technically gifted and hard-working, it was easier for Sanchez to fight as well as his opponent for added hype on whether he'd win or lose in each fight, as well as creating a chance to show off the different styles of fighting he could dominate with if he so chose.
That's it. It had to end.
He might as well have been fighting unemployed shepherds and vacationing streetcar conductors when you look at the line of guys he fought.
He needed a marquee name.
Danny Lopez, at first glance, seems eccentric, strange, and just overall gimmicky. But after years of persistence, Danny Lopez finally seemed to be getting some of the respect he deserved the longer he fought.
Well, no Little Red Lopez fight is ever easy. He bled a lot during his fights. He often went down early. But despite all that, he had tremendous punching power, and he usually won by knockout.
Through 1975, Lopez began bagging some great wins. First against the incredible lineal champ Chucho Castillo.
Now Lopez, that's the power.
Soon after, he earned his crowning victory against Ruben Olivares, the Mexican great that Salvador Sanchez was still living in a dusky, dark shadow of.
I think I'm electrifying in there. As like you say, I fight hard and I try my best in there to give the people a good show. And I'm always trying for the knockout in there against my opponents.
Lopez won the WBC featherweight title against David Cote in '76 and has now been the reigning champion for 4 years straight, knocking out every fighter he's faced in all defenses.
So he has been a most exciting fighter indeed, coming off the canvas. He is flamboyant, he is electrifying. Does he feel he has received his due credit?
Whoever won this fight was going to be at that moment the spotlight of everything below the heavyweight division in boxing.
Fight night arrived on February 2nd, 1980. As Salvador Sanchez acknowledges that this night could open the door to glitz, glamour, and greatness, Lopez bathes in what could be his final night as a dominant champion. The two men give respect like natural showmen, and the bout begins with the bell tolls.
And we're underway with first round action scheduled for 15, the WBC Featherweight Championship.
First round's been always a dangerous round for Danny Lopez, believe it or not.
Solid right hand from Sanchez. Good right hand and a scoring combination from Sanchez. First round action, and Sanchez has certainly been the aggressor and has scored heavily. Very composed, very contained young man. Good on his feet, as you can see, both punches and combinations. Final seconds of this first round. Good right. Short, sharp right from Sanchez. 39 knockouts in his 42 victories. Good right hand from Sanchez again, lands. Lopez has yet to really score. Now a combination from Lopez sends Sanchez back to the rope.
Sanchez is moving around real well away from the right hand, which is smart. And he's hurting Lopez. So an excellent body puncher with that left hook to the body. But what I like about him, he's moving away from Lopez's right hand.
Solid right hand from Sanchez.
His trade punches with Lopez, because that's when he can hurt you.
Pulse rate and heart rate at the end of each round is sparring. In the final seconds, with Lopez landing the combination. The crowd coming to its feet.
And don't gamble with Lopez. It's the worst thing you can do.
Great training fighters. Wants to run and works real hard training. He landed a right hand to the ear of Sanchez.
Sanchez can't let his Mexican hang out.
But Lopez did not go down.
Lopez just sustained a cut over his right eye.
Round 4, Danny Lopez getting attention for a slight cut over his right eyebrow.
Round 4 has Salvador Sanchez pummeling Lopez from post to post, in a way Lopez has never once been in his long, prestigious career. There's always hope for a man like Danny Lopez when he has his equalizer, but the Eagle is putting on a performance that would make any past or future boxing legend proud. Sal closes out the round with some more beautiful headhunting that he's been showcasing impressively for the last 15 minutes, and closes out the first quarter of the fight.
With a third round knockout of Jose Calva, but he's in against a much stronger opponent.
Oh, he's in real bad trouble, Tim.
He's good with his feet. We saw that against Cal Clemente. Very few solid punches for Sanchez. 30 seconds remaining in the fifth round. And they're putting on quite a show so far. Sanchez and Lopez.
Salvador.
Right hand from Sanchez. That's
fighting a great fight. Smart fight.
Where he has been well trained. With the great champion Lopez. Good combination from Lopez. We're under a minute to go in round 6.
In the final minute, the referee orders the doctor to have a look at Lopez's crushed-up face, but is allowed to continue. The final 20 seconds are chaos as the two men unload shotgun blasts into the other fighter's craniums.
Sanchez. Salvador Sanchez has done a job on Danny Lopez.
But I'll tell you, I don't like the way Sanchez got hit near the end of the round, Timmy. Move. Don't get hit. Like cat and mouse.
2 victories. Good right hand from Sanchez again, lands.
He's catching the right hand with the glove and counter with his own right hand.
Less than 30 seconds remaining in a combination from Sanchez scoring.
Lopez was hurt for the first time badly on last exchange. He's hurt again.
And we're ready for round number 8. The champion on the right in black. The challenger, Sanchez, on the left in white. 21 years of age. What a job he's doing.
Very surprised with Sanchez. He's taking his time. He's fighting like a real professional, a veteran. He hurt Lopez with a lot of combinations, but he's really taking his time and pacing himself very well.
Well, yes, he is. And he's going to have to come out with everything he's got there. And I don't think it's there.
Look at him jab coming out the ropes.
The kid fights up the perfect fight, Sanchez.
Sanchez is also hard to hit, hard to get a good lick in.
This is the only way the kid can lose the fight, doing just what he just did. Trade with him. He can lose the fight easily that way.
In our cards, we've given only 2 to Lopez. Sanchez scoring with a combination. Perfect condition, couldn't be better. Ready to go 15. Has to be frustrating, although Sanchez hasn't shown any signs of the frustration. Right hand.
Round 10 shows the fatigue these men have slowly emblazoned into their boots throughout these vicious first 2/3 of the bout. Sanchez takes a heavy uppercut in the final 90, but his infamously unbreakable balance continues to help him take any punishment that Lopez attempts to serve.
15-round championship fight. Danny Lopez at the top of your screen, circling to the right now.
As long as Sanchez keeps moving either side of Lopez, he's in no danger.
Sanchez with Lopez in his corner, in the Sanchez corner, trying to finish him here. Hurt Sanchez or set him back here.
Hurt Lopez with a great left hook, Tim.
Round 13 live on the CBS Sports Spectacular from Phoenix, Arizona. Solid right hand from Sanchez.
You can't see the right hand coming, actually, Tim.
Good point.
And this kid's smart enough to take advantage of it.
He is hurt, isn't he?
He is really hurt.
Sanchez, stop it.
Amid this all too visible damage, the referee comes to Lopez's side and protects him from further harm, ending the fight reasonably due to Danny's lack of chance to change the tide of battle. Sanchez celebrates becoming a world champion at the young age of 21 with class and style. Similarly, Lopez accepts his loss with gratitude and acceptance, with little cause for complaint, retaining his dignity all the while. After just over a year had passed, Lopez decided to activate his rematch clause against Sanchez and attempted to become champion again.
Newspaper articles, which I shouldn't let them bother me, but some of them do, that I'm an old man and everything, and I should get out because I lost this one fight. I'd like to get in there and win this title back, which I plan on, and shut a lot of people's mouths.
During the year that had passed, Sal stayed active and made a marvelous title defense against the tough-as-nails contender Ruben Castillo.
Sanchez has come alive, and look at him go!
The tagline for their first meeting was Little Red versus Little Known due to Salvador Sanchez being such an unrecognizable fighter at the time. But in just 1 year, everything had changed. Lopez had gone from a dominant champ to a ghost of the Great Highway, while Sanchez had become a star in Mexico and was broadening his demographic with each passing day. Lopez comes to the ring looking as serious as ever, with his iconic war bonnet nowhere to be seen. And Sanchez seems excited to show off his brilliance once more as the two men pierce each other with glimmers in their gaze and a hunger for victory. The opening bell rings for the second time.
Throws punches from every angle. Round 1 of a scheduled 15-round WBC featherweight championship bout. He lost the bout in the 13th round. Lopez is noted to be a slow starter, and he just caught a right hand on the chin. With his back to us, look at the movements. Right hand leads are getting to Lopez. Take part in the scoring the fight. A good left hook as the black trunks. Two solid punches. The champion Sanchez has only 1 loss and a draw. Oh, he walked right into a right hand lead. There have been no knockdowns. The only mark is, a tremendous right hand. And Sanchez now is beginning to land punches from long range. 9 or less to the loser. Poised. Caught hard with the right hand. 2 best punches by Little Red.
In round 4, Lopez has his best round yet across the 2 fights. He finally begins to catch on to Sanchez's sticky style and sends a few power shots down the pipeline. Unfortunately for Lopez, Sal has one hell of a chin and shrugs off Lopez's crushing power as easily as a bear would a fly.
Going to try to knock you out. But he gets caught with a left hook. The right. Champion of the Black Trucks landing with a right hand lead. Ooh, Danny has taken. Remember, he did not knock him down in their first match. Good body punch by Lopez in red. Good left hook.
Round 9 has Sanchez doing what he did in spades throughout the fight. Just as dominant as before, Little Lopez struggles to do anything except move forward. Sal's unorthodox movement, quick as a cat hand speed, and misleading dangerous power continue to stop Danny from achieving anything close to redemption.
Look at a rest. We're really impressed. Stand up and take the punches and the movement. Oh, a right and a left. To the last 15 seconds of the 11th round. Another good one. Good left hand, but firing right back. Exchange after exchange. Look at those combinations. Strategy, well, you almost have to forget it the way he's moving now. Oh, Lopez taking it. There have been no knockdowns, and there.
In round 14, Sanchez decides to stop having fun with Lopez. There's no more playing with his food or caution with what Danny's power can do. The Eagle hunts his prey.
Oh, and there Lopez is the champion, and that is all. So it went into the 14th round. Sanchez, well, at 105, approximately the round.
Following this monumental title defense, it became evident that if Sanchez had gone from good to great since his first and only loss, he'd gone Super Saiyan. And soon after this, he would destroy the former world champion Juan Laporte with another UD. The most outstanding achievement of the Invisible Eagles would come quickly after being against the bazooka himself, Wilfredo Gomez, one of the hardest hitters of all time, who was 32-0 and a 3-weight world champion. Sanchez stopped this Goliath in the 6th round with an unbeatable aura, and it goes down as Sanchez's crowning achievement, closely followed by Sanchez's final victory against the Ghanaian legend Azuma Nelson, who Sanchez knocked out in the 15th and final round of not just the fight, but his professional career. As we all know, Salvador lamentably passed while driving his Porsche down a Mexican highway and was mourned instantly and grieved forever since. The Invincible Eagle, in his final 3 professional fights, showed a level of intelligence and character in the ring that few, if any, had ever shown at such a vulnerable time, and was expected to become one of the greatest, if not the greatest, fighter of his era or of all time. And most already regard him that way despite his unfortunate, unfair demise. Sanchez was a beacon of hope snuffed out far too soon, coming from little, yet making the most of his life. And we owe our thanks, respect, and love to this unmatched mortal.